So this is me coming to you with total transparency. You know, about 2 years ago, I stopped working for the education system that I worked for 12 years. And this morning I was just watching TV and wondering why I have been so emotional in these past 2 years. And I was thinking, you know, because I left. But it's not. It's because of my city of Dayton. The West Side in particular, because that's all I know. So, total transparency, I grew up poor. A lot of people know that. But a lot of people don't know that I've actually eaten out of a trash can. The students that I serve are me. That's why I'm so passionate about them. And I left because we weren't doing what's best for our children. And we continue to not do that. So I went off, a girl coming up from poor background, a girl that is now a woman, a black woman. And I said to myself, I'm gonna start my own school. And I'm not gonna lie, it hasn't been easy at all. And quite frankly, you know, I don't ask people for anything, because growing up poor as a woman and being black, you're taught to suck it up. You know, our ancestors came all the way from Alabama to Canada, as far as Canada, just to be free walking. So what do I got to cry for? What do I have to be ungrateful for? Our ancestors marched so that I can say I'm gonna open my own school. So what do I have to be emotional about?
Good morning, this is You Believe Radio, your favorite DJ, sending you on your way. Don't hit that snooze, it's time to get on the move.
School's hard work. Hey, Ron. Hey, Ron. Hey, Ron. So make it work. Make it work. Make it work. Make it work. School has perks. Hey, Ron. Hey, Ron. Hey, Ron. So make it work. Make it work. Make it work. Make it work. School can be great. Hey, Ron. Hey, Ron. Hey, Ron. So don't be late. Don't be late. Don't be late. Don't be late. Go to school and get your learn on. Go to school and turn your brain on. Go to school and get your learn on. Go to school and turn your brain on. School's hard
That you
work.
have what it takes to make this through. You got me sold on it. You got me sold on it. But guess what? I can't write a check for $300,000.
Right.
I can't do it. I want, when you speak, I want you to have the confidence that I can do this, like you're running for president. Because you're asking for money that people have, that they want to see your dream come true, because they don't have the vision that you have. Not everybody can see the vision. That's all they see is this decapitated building. That's all they see it. But when it's all said and done, when you lay out the colors, when you lay it out on the canvas, because really truly it's cosmetic. This right here, it can be done in 2 weeks. The painting to make it look right, this is cosmetic. I want to stand behind you. I want to follow you to the grave if need be, because I believe in you that much.
Right.
I just need you to believe in you that much that it's an honor for me.
I don't know how to, so it's like I know I could do this.
You know you can do it.
I do, I just don't know how to articulate that.
You know it. Just your passion.
I guess I don't know how to articulate confidence.
Guess what? Guess what? Wizard of Oz.
I'm not. How'd I know you was gonna say that?
I want you to not only play.
No, it ain't no Wizard of Oz. It comes from within.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I want you to play not only the cowardly lion. I want you to play the scarecrow that needs the brain. I want you to play the tin man who needs a heart.
Yeah.
I want you to play Dorothy, who's trying to get back home. Because when you spoke of, I wanted, when I did this, I did this, I did this. When I was younger, I did that. So you put yourself in that place of home. You want to fix home.
Yeah.
So I want you to play every role of those. I want you, if I have to, give you a heart.
Yeah.
If I have to give you a badge of honor that says you have courage. If I have to grease your elbow, and if I have to give you this degree and give you like 2 + 2 is the square root of 54. You have to play all those things because your vision is there. Bring it out. Bring it out. Make sure, like I said, I want you to make that little bitty kid who's been saving their piggy bank to come and give you this piggy bank because it means that much to them.
So my name is Linda Huggins, and I am a community servant first and also an educator. I have a bachelor's degree in education. I went to Central State University, and I like to say that the Lord sent me there because upon graduation, I was not interested in going to school. I was done with school. And I found myself a little lost, and I just decided to go to school. And when I was younger, I wanted to be a teacher. And then after being in school for 12 years, I was like, no, I do not. But then I went to Central State, and it was a great learning environment, and I received my bachelor's degree at Central State, and then I went on to get my master's degree. And after being in education and practicing education for about 6 years, I decided that I might want to pursue a career in teaching at the collegiate level. So I decided to go to get my doctorate while pregnant with my now 9-year-old to get my doctorate in education. So I received my EDD online through Walden University, and it was a struggle. However, I accomplished that goal. I got my doctorate in education. And after receiving my doctorate, I did teach at Central State for a little bit. And I missed the young folks. I missed teaching at the high school level, so I went back to urban education after 2 years of teaching at the collegiate level, and I decided to go back. And about 6 years after that, I realized that urban education has not changed, and it bothered me. And so I decided to change it. I mean, eventually you gotta quit complaining and you gotta do something about it. So I decided to walk away and to open a school that really serves our community and really serves our students and really looks at the needs of our students and the needs of our community, combines it all, and creates an educational atmosphere that our children are comfortable, that their parents are comfortable sending them to, and that is not only educational but fun.
I think Linda could help the community. Well, and knowing Linda, Dr. Huggins, she is community first. And I think her school would be more like a community center, not necessarily just a place where students learn curriculum, but real life skills, and also understanding that they matter. I think she has the ability to make people feel like they are valuable to their community. And so I think her school would be more of a community center, not just a school.
Not only just for, the fact that it's a school and, what she's trying to do with it, but just the age range too, from pre-K to adult. And I'm pretty sure it's plenty of people that we all know who could use some school or who want to get in school who don't even got the opportunity to, and that would be an opportunity for them. And I feel like a school like that could not only change the lives, you know, of many people, but it could just change community, like our community life, you know, like I feel like it can add on to the community. And I just feel like it'd be a good thing, man. You know, something like that could be a blessing to somebody, you know? And you just never know. So I do feel like that would be a big plus for the community, though, if it was around.
Because Miss Huggins is different from what you normally see in like regular high school. Like, she actually sits there and she listens to the needs and the wants of the children, and she comes up with the game plan with us. And that right there, it really makes a difference, because it feels like we can connect, and we know that if we need someone to advocate for us, that she would be more than willing to, and not just do it for the money. And it would be a positive impact on the community.
Without a Linda and without other people who want to support that dream, we're just not going to make it. And there are people who don't want us to make it, to be honest. I mean, we could just tell that truth, but the fact that it can be done is enough motivation to me.
When I used to work at Meadowdale, I worked downtown and then I went to work at Meadowdale in the middle of the school year. And I know I'm a phenomenal teacher, I'm gonna tell you that. So I'm teaching the kids across the hall don't have a teacher. I'm like, y'all can just come over here, our standards are the same, whatever. And the principal came in the middle of the school year, posted everybody's jobs and everything. And fast forward, toward the end, I put in for a transfer to go back to Dunbar, and he was like, you know, somebody told me that you had a doctorate. And I'm like, why didn't you say anything? I said, because I want to meet people where they are, and I want people to treat me a certain way, not because of my credentials, but because of what I can do. And because you've been in my classroom, why wasn't that good enough? The credential that I value the most is actually wanting to serve the community in which I live. So I can have all these credentials and then come into urban education and work, but if I don't have the cultural knowledge or the cultural competence to serve the students, then none of that means anything, because all you're learning, I'm not gonna say my educational background is not powerful, because it is, because you learn theories, you learn how children develop, you learn all the things that is needed in order to run a building and run a school and deal with the public and deal with the media. However, in being a teacher, I've learned that rapport is very important, because you cannot reach a student if they do not feel that you care about them. They don't feel that you understand where they're coming from. They're just going to sit there and do what they do.
What she would do for me is she would make me want to come to school. She would make things fun for us. She would give us candy. She used to kind of teacher that would say, okay, class, instead of having class day in this room, let's go outside to the park. And she would always do things differently than everybody else. And that's what made her so cool to me. And she was a cool teacher. She's helped a lot of students in this city. And man, we love her. And
I don't even know if she know this, but like a while back, when I was going to Dunbar, I had like I was going through a lot when I was there. So like, and it really started to take its toll. So by that time, I didn't think I was gonna make it to college. So I was just like, or at least not UD. That wasn't even, I'm not even about to, whatever, like I ain't about to make it in here. But she was like, why? Like you should at least try, like so what? Like you never know what can happen. And I'm just like, man, and she like, fill it out. And so like, and that's what I did, and I ended up making it. So, without her being in my ear, I don't even know if I would have made the decision. Like I would have sold myself, short, and I might not be, where I'm at today. So just, from that right there, she means a lot, and like I said, not to me, but not only me, I feel like to all her students.
I mean, I've always had like people tell me I'm bigger than what I dream of and stuff. So like at a young age, I've always known like what I wanted to do from day one. And as I got older and being connected with her family and stuff, it's like, oh, well, I learned something here from this person and I learned something here from this person. But when I got to be in Miss Huggins' class, it was like a whole different experience from what I was used to. And it's just like, yeah, she told me like I could be anything, I can do anything, but like she actually showed me outlets and like introduced me to people who were in the places that I wanted to get to. And that's what really made a difference.
So we have taken all the goodness out of education far as the fun. So I come to school, I'm learning just so I could pass the OST, OAT, GE, whatever the state test they call it for those number of years. I'm coming to school and basically I feel as if I'm there in order to make the state report card look better, or make my teacher look better. And I'm not gonna say it's necessarily the teacher's fault because they're getting pressure, whatever. So I come to school, I'm sitting in a class, and I'm just looking at the teacher, and I'm just regurgitating information on the test. And I would rather have a project-based learning setting where students are learning by doing, and they have projects in which they can navigate through the thought process. So I have a project in math in geometry in which I have to build a building, and that's all the teacher says. You need to build a building. So now I got to think about the angles. I have to work with a group of students. I have to learn how to communicate. I have to learn how to do all the things that you have to do when you're a professional in the real world, working with adults and trying to learn. And so that's what kind of learning environment I want to create for our students. Not one where we're regurgitating information, but one where they could think outside the box and challenge each other, and even challenge a teacher, and we could work through it. And in turn, in my opinion, that will have a direct impact on the report card and other things that the state mandates.
I try to get students to see the inherent gifts and talents that they already possess, something that is not necessarily taught in the classroom. But to me, teaching is about refining what they already have. Obviously, they need practical skills to be in the world, but we all come here with a set of skills, gifts, talents that come natural to us. And I encourage students to look at themselves and understand that what they have naturally is what they are supposed to be contributing to the world beyond the classroom. The classroom is so you can get, you have to do it. You have to get the skills, you have to get the piece of paper, but what really matters is what you contribute to the world and who you want to be remembered as.
If you want the best for your child, it's children who out here who doesn't have anyone at home who motivates them like Miss Huggins do, or someone like Miss Huggins would. And her starting her own school, that's huge, and it's going to be great not only for the students but for the families, because it's like we're a reflection of our families. So when we succeed, the family succeeds.
Yeah, man, like I said, and there's other, just not speaking on myself, I've seen her do for other, students or kids, or, you don't gotta be no student, just other young people. Like I've seen, what she'll do for you, and hey, man, she will go above and beyond. Like she'll make sure you cool, so.
She was the teacher that could actually get me to sit down in the classroom. I was a live wire student, the kind of kid that didn't want to do his schoolwork, didn't do my homework, wanted to be in the hallway, get passes all day long, where the food at. Always out in the hallways joking around, but Miss Figure, she was the one that could actually get my attention and make me want to do something better. Like I said, she would go above and beyond, and that's what it took for students like me to make it.
Let them know that just because you come from poor beginnings doesn't mean anything. Because at this point, man, it's like our students who are in group homes who are not black are treated the same way. Like they're nothing. I've watched it. I watch people not care about them. And it's just, I don't want that for my community. I want to start a school so that I and us, the community, the teachers here, can show our students a different way, a different mindset, a growth mindset. The mindset that you can do anything, and we're going to help you do it. And that we do understand, and that we do care about you. And that's what I want to do. Why can't I participate in different after-school activities? Because we don't have the money. So the question is still there. You know, why are we different? Because we don't have money. So in opening this school, I was presented with more than this building. You know, there are buildings in Huber Heights, there are buildings in Kettering. Somebody showed me a building in West Carrollton, but you know, I wanted to be in my community. I wanted to be in an underserved community because it's underserved. And my passion is serving the community. And I didn't feel as if I wanted to make a difference here on the west side of Dayton. So I wanted to make sure that the building I found was here.
Yeah, get his number for me. And then up there could be kind of the area where people watch the games. Because I don't know how we'll make it work. It'll be a small.
I mean, but if you take that stuff out though and push it back a little bit, it'll be more space.
So if y'all want to look at here.
I knew this was the cafeteria. So you go look at it.
Those are professional. I told you. What I said was we keep those so when kids get in trouble, I'm like, go in there and confess. Get your life together.
I told y'all, I knew it. I'm
and
like,
so I guess if you push this
back just a little bit back, and
but
then it'll be more room.
So we can go down here. But cafeteria still a stage over there for talent shows. Plenty of stuff under there. And we're gonna have a chef, a real chef, so we'll have healthy meals for our students. One of my friends from when I was in college, he is an actual chef, and he is gonna rent out the kitchen area, but he's also gonna serve our children breakfast and lunch and dinner for the kids who stay after school. At first glance, you know, a lot of people don't understand why my heart was set on this building. This is like a campus. So this building right here was going to be the actual school. And if you look around the neighborhood, you can see that there are people who do care about this neighborhood. Let's go this way. About this neighborhood. And it's just, for whatever reason, job loss, whatever, it has gone down. I remember growing up in driving through this neighborhood and really wanting to like move here. So anyway, this was gonna be the main house, the main school, the main housing of education where our classrooms are. And then over here, there's not enough room in this building for, you know, the cafeteria, the gym, anything really but classrooms. So we were gonna do all our project-based learning, all of our after-school activities, well, most of them that deal with education in this building. The building over here, which was the worst of the 4 buildings, was gonna be for like, we would house our mental health services over here. Our mental health services, doctors' offices, dental offices, so we have things on site for our students, and that would be in this building. All of our wraparound services, far as health is concerned, so that would be again mental health and physical health.
It was like my sophomore year. I got bullied really bad, and I was at the point in life where I just wanted to give up. And she brought me into her office and told me, like, the things people say to you does not define you. She literally told me the opinion that somebody has of you does not define who you are. And to that day, that quote has stayed with me. She saved my life. She really did.
That's my hero. She really is. And I know I don't thank her enough, and I don't like let her know how much I appreciate her, but I really do. Like, she's really brought me through some tough times that I've having with myself, with school and home, and it's just like, that's the type of person I feel everyone needs in your life.
I walked to school every day. I didn't have no money. I was broke. I was poor. But in the back of my mind, I didn't want to fail. I didn't want to lose. I couldn't see that for myself. My circle was all closed in on me. Everybody thought that I was not going to make it. I didn't think I was going to make it, but I kept trying. I kept trying. I didn't give up, man. I was 20 years old in my senior year of high school. Kids used to crack on me, talk about me. Ain't you like 30? Said you should have left a long time ago. Yep, you're right. You're right. You're certainly right. Yep. But I didn't let that stop me. And the kids didn't even understand my situation. I made it look sweet. Just because you're homeless, just because you broke down, don't mean you got to look that way.
I think she's a humanitarian at heart, and I think that encompasses her passion, her being caring, her looking into the future and seeing something solid and foundational for the community. You have to be a humanitarian to be able to do that. And also really selfless. You cannot go into this type of work thinking that you're not going to have to sacrifice something. So I would say humanitarian.
I reached out to the lady or the institution that owned this property, and I told them, I want to buy the building. So they sold it to me for $3,500. And since I'm a nonprofit, they said that the property taxes would be forgiven. They have not been forgiven. So why haven't I started the work on the building? Because I don't want to use my donations. I told people my donations will go to my students, and they will. They're not going to go to rehab a building. They're going to go directly to the classroom, to our after-school programming. Because we're going to have after-school programming for adults and for our students. We're going to be feeding people up in here of this community. Financial awareness for our parents. Because, we send our kids back home. I didn't plan on this. But we send our students back home, and their parents are going through what they're going through. They're sad, they're angry, they're tired. So we got to show our parents a better way too. We can't just keep talking about them and talking about how they're not doing what's best for their kids. They're doing their best. So anyway, I bought this building. Taxes weren't forgiven. So this documentary, I didn't want to do it. I don't want to do this. I'm a person that I'm under the radar. I wish that my son was old enough that he could be the face of this, and I could just do all the behind the scenes work. But yeah, so I at this point I need to raise money to pay off the taxes, so then I could get the grants, and then I could get the money that's going to buildings in low economic areas. I can't get that with the property taxes on the building. Total transparency. I know. I try to do it myself. I was told that the paperwork was kind of confusing, but I'm thinking I have a doctorate in education. I could be a lawyer too. We all do silly stuff. We all make mistakes. That was my mistake. But I don't know, y'all. We just need to come together. And we need to, I want you to understand why I'm doing this. It's not for me, it's for my community. That's why when I saw this building, it was perfect. Because it's right in the smack dab middle of a community that is in distress and underserved. And I need your help. I'm just a teacher salary, and I just need your help to help my community and to help our kids because they need it. I know y'all see them fighting and y'all say they need whoopings and all this. No, they need us. Okay, I'm done. Yeah, read this shirt. That's how I feel, Booker T.
They need us, y'all. You know, I'm looking for another building. I still want it to be in a economically disadvantaged neighborhood. I still want to be. This isn't the only community that needs help. It's a bunch of them. So I'm still looking for another building. I'm still going to open the Dayton school. I just got to go to plan A/B, a different plan, because I don't know what's going to happen with this. I don't know what the future is going to bring. And it's like every time I try and every time I have do something new or try this way or try that way, it's a roadblock. It's a brick wall. When I say a brick wall, I mean a brick wall like they're trying to keep me out. And it's very difficult, but I don't know. I think that I'm gonna email them next week. I'm gonna try to stay on them and say, you know, I want this man's number and see if we can work something out. I don't foresee that happening. That's what they do. They're not only buying taxes on buildings, they're buying taxes on people's homes and everything. And yeah, so I am gonna try to go that route. Only the Lord knows what will come from that. But right now, so I don't keep pushing back the date of the building. Of the opening. I'm looking for another building. I have not used any of my donations for building or for any of these things because I told people when you donate, it's going to our children, and I want to be a good steward of their money. It's like the perception is that that our government offices don't care. I know there's process and procedure and protocols that I'm finding out that I didn't know were in place. I'm learning the hard way, but from the outside looking in, it's like a battle. Like people higher up are saying the community don't care. The community is saying they don't care. I don't know. It's just creating a cycle of hopelessness for the people who come from these areas such as these. I mean, believe me, I believe if people had the money, they'd be like, okay, I'm gonna buy that house that's abandoned. That house, they don't want this crime and stuff in their neighborhoods. They don't want things in their neighborhood. Like, they don't want abandoned buildings and houses in their neighborhood because they know that brings crime. I mean, if they could, I'm sure they would buy them up. But when you come from this area, you don't have the money to do it. Or you don't, I don't know, it's just sad. It's just sad. The Dayton School Art is still taking donations. We are about 50,000 in as far as donations go. People are still donating. They're still, they're donating through Amazon Smile, through their Kroger, through shopping through Kroger's. Some people are just randomly donating $5, $10. So the donations are still coming in. Thank you. We're still going to use them for after-school programming. For all the donations, unless otherwise specified, are going toward the classroom, going toward student learning, going toward after-school programming for students who may not have money to buy a piano if they want to take piano, things of that nature. All donations are welcome. You could go to DaytonSchoolOhio.org and donate. We're in the process of looking for another building as we speak. And we're still gonna make it happen. We're still gonna offer a quality education to our students. They are in need, they're in need. It's gonna be different from anything you've ever seen. I believe that our children need to be doing more projects in the classroom. I believe they need a well-rounded education. I believe in restorative justice. In education, it's a lot of things that the Dayton School will be doing that other schools are not doing. And I still would like you to donate. I still would like you to send your prayers out, send your energy out into the universe to the Dayton School for prosperity and for a change and for, I don't know, just a different mindset for the children that will be coming to the Dayton School. So we are still working toward opening and still receiving donations.